What is up, YouTube? YouTube, YouTube. It's me, the fattiest, the stinkiest, the crotchiest, the goblinest. Me tightening into this of all. Miss Fat Stinky, the crotch of the goblin. Ah. Anyways, I thought I'd make a little vid tonight. Just to chit chat with you bitches. It's insecurity hour over in this bitch. I mean, fuck. Recently, I've been feeling like every single morsel of water that enters my body somehow just stays there. They call it fluid retention, and that shit is real. I know it's because I'm getting my period. Flo's coming to town. But girl, I'm feeling big as a house. I'm feeling big and giant as a house. Oh my god, yeah. I'm currently gearing up at the moment to buy a turtle, a baby turtle, a tortoise specifically. I'm looking at a Herman tortoise or a Greek tortoise. Those are two tortoises that can stay inside. They are smaller. And I'm currently starting to collect things for them. It won. And I found a 6 foot, 6 foot indoor cage. Not cage. Cage is wrong. Terrarium? Bitch, I'm going to build it. It's going to be so decked out. Oh my god. I was on Etsy the other day and I was like, wait, oh my god, they have taxidermy rats that are dressed like a stripper and a pimp. So that's going to be my next big purchase on my credit card is taxidermy stripper rat and pimp rat. And I'm going to display them together as one does. I wonder how my cats are going to feel about that. A lot of people are like, how do you have 9 spiders and your cats don't care? My cats have about 2 brain cells combined, and they're fat as fuck, and all they care about is food, TBH. Not only that, but they're little attention whores, and all they care about is me giving them scratches by their asshole. And the thing about black cats is they're always going to put their buttholes in your face, and they're always going to stand out, and you're kind of like, wait, like, can you stop? Like, you're going to give me pink eye. I'm uncomfortable. Please get your little sphincter out of my face. But they want you to scratch their ass. So I'm like, tuck that little dirty wrinkled penny away, but no, they insist. Recently I had someone not let me zipper merge into traffic and I kept going. And there was a wall there. There was a concrete wall there. I kept going. Bitch, either let me merge or we're both gonna die. TBH. So I kept going until I literally had to stop or else I would crash into a wall because I had just a lot of anger in my system in that moment. And I was like, you know what? This is how I go out. You want to hear a story about how I almost died? So I went to Costa Rica with all my friends. You guys know them. They are on TikTok. Draculina and Rose.V and Little Warren, Sweet Like Kennedy, my shoddy bays, my friend group. And we went to Costa Rica and we went horseback riding. And listen, I've never gone horseback riding before. My grandma always told me that they were going to kick me off. Not only were they going to kick me off, but once they kicked me off, they were going to stomp on my fucking head and spit on me. And that's because that happened to her, but I think that's just because she has a little bit of evilness in her soul and they can sense it. Anyways, so I'm like, oh, we're going horseback riding. Like, I'm a little bit nervous. I also felt like a lot of guilt. Like, I don't really enjoy riding other animals. Like, low-key feels disrespectful. I'm like, wait a second. Like, I'm hopping on your back and saying giddy up. Doesn't feel right. But I was like, okay, like, they look well fed. They look well taken care of. Let's do this. I get on this horse's back. They're like, yeah, he's like a baby. Well, first they put me on one horse. And I go, listen. Guys, by the way, I'm 5'9". I'm 175 pounds. I'm about to get my period, so about 180. I say, listen, get me a bigger horse. Get me a bigger fucking horse. This horse is not big enough. I almost felt comically large on this horse. They gave me a very small horse. Get me a bigger horse. So they bring me another horse. They get me on this horse. I'm like, okay, this is better. They're like, this is a young horse. He's not been on a lot of rides. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So we're riding down like the woodsy beach. We're headed towards a destination. I'm nervous. I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm raw dogging it. If anything, like I'm wearing a lace bra and a tank top that's buttoned down halfway. Like if he even bucks a little bit, these are coming right out. These are popping right out to say hi. So that was already stressful enough. I was like, damn, I did not come prepared. Um, right? But I'm riding this horse. Everything's super chill. If anything, like he won't go fast. I'm at the back of the group. Everyone's going on without me. Okay. This is also a story about how I got sexually harassed. My fault for wearing a low cut shirt and unbuttoning it in Costa Rica, bitch. I just wanted to look hot for some pictures. Bad decision. Do you know what horses do? They trot. Do you know what trotting is? Do you know what jiggly carriage I got in the front? Anyways, we're in the woods. We're walking through this trail. Do you know what comes by? All of a sudden I hear, it's like a helicopter. Oh, bitch. Do you know how easily horses are spooked? Mind you, first time riding a horse. This helicopter gets so close above us. It has to be 10 feet above us. Like I could up close see the bottom of the helicopter. It was obviously landing somewhere nearby. It was extremely close that it was so loud. It was whipping our hair around. Do you know what my horse does? Freaks the fuck out. The only horse. It kicks back. Not only that, but there's a long, huge tree branch right where my head is in front of me. Oh, I was like, okay, this is where I die. This is where I die, by the way. But it starts kicking back, like trying to throw me off. It's trying to throw me off. It's continuously jumping. So I pull it by the reins. I'm pushing down with my feet in the foot holster, and I'm trying to get it back on track. I get it down, and then it starts to sprint me straight to the tree in front of me to hit me against the tree. So I start pulling it more, veering it to the right, and I finally got it to behave. And in that moment, it felt like that scene in Avatar where they connect their braid to the dragon that's trying to kill them. And they and their eyes get wide and they're like, and I'm like, we are one. I am in control now. I felt so good. And my friends were like, oh my God, you're like a cowgirl. Like you're a pro. Yeah, I know. So later, we go down this beach and they're like, okay, like now you get a chance to trot the horse, like to run with the horse. Mind you, we have like tour guides that are with us. Mind you, I'm wearing a low cut top. I'm like, I don't really want to run with the horse. Like my horse just had anxiety. Why would I make him run? Like he's anxious. He doesn't even like going fast. And everyone went trotting. It looked so fun to run like with the horse. So I was like, I'll try it, but I'm going to try it separately on the beach. So I go and they gave me these two little, like tiny little, like they're not, it's part of the saddle. And he was like, tap it on its butt. No, I'm not going to do that. They were like, just a little bit. Like he'll know what what you mean. You're not hurting him. I don't want him. And I just went, come on, let's go. He wouldn't listen. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to go. So we get moving a little bit. And what is he doing? He's trotting. What am I doing? In a lace bra with a low cut tank top. Scared for my life. What are the tour guides doing? This. Whoa. The entire time, filming me up close. They're even riding their horses past me like this. They're like all the way behind me. They see me trotting by myself. They're watching me taking a video. They take so many videos of my big old bazongas bouncing. So many videos. I'm bothered. I'm very bothered. I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel good. Like they're thoughts are going straight to the spank bank. Like I'm terrified. So of course, like I tell all the men in the group, like, hey, like he just took videos of me with absolute jiggle physics from the front. Intense shit. Like, can someone please get his phone and delete those videos? They do. They get those videos. They first of all send it to themselves, but then they delete it from their phone. It's probably in their recently deleted. But I try not to think about it. The random men who have the video of me with insane jiggle physics. Anyways, I posted it, so it's like people are seeing it. So, anyways, when we went to Costa Rica, we had so much fucking fun. We got drunk on a boat. Then our friend lost her phone off the side of the boat. Draculina, love her. And then we bought her a phone. Me and Amelie, we bought her a phone. We were like, let's split it. Let's go halvesies with our queen. Or Lena like did not feel good. Wanted to go to bed. Like returned to her room and was like sleeping. And we dressed the guys in the house up in our clothes. And we're like drunk. And we like come down to her room. And we're like, Lena, look at what we did. She's asleep. We wake her up out of her sleep to show men in our clothing. I run up the stairs because I feel guilty. I hit my head. On the concrete above me so hard I thought I was concussed. I'm laying on the ground. And then over my limp body, the two men in me and Amelie's outfits are picking each other up and like holding each other, standing above me, legs spread, picking each other up, holding each other. I genuinely felt like I was like, maybe I am hallucinating. Maybe I am. Maybe this is my dream world, but maybe I am hallucinating. Because what is going on right now? What is happening? We had so much fun, though. Like, I want to go back so bad. My issue with traveling, though, is I just genuinely feel like it's difficult. Like, the mental load of planning and then attending and then traveling and then doing. That's a lot of fucking work. That's a lot of work. Not only that, but now I have 9 spiders. I gotta train someone to stay at my house and take care of my spiders. Didn't think about that one when I got them. But I'm gonna train someone and pay them handsomely. If you let my spider die, you're gonna die right along with them, actually. So, just so you know. I burp in every single one of these videos because I'm a gassy bitch. I feel like a health nut would tell me there's something wrong with my gut microbiome. And I'd believe them. I genuinely believe them. But yeah, recently I've been feeling like a bloated chud. For some reason, I just can't get a workout in. Actually, I know why. I'm anemic. Been there, done that. That shit fucking fatigues you like a motherfucker. Oh my God. And I already have dysautonomia, which means my blood pressure is crazy low. So I'm like, oh, I feel terrible. So I'm like looking at, I think one of the hardest parts of social media is like it's not about comparing yourself to other people. You compare yourself to other people when you don't do social media. When you do social media, you compare yourself to yourself. Like how pretty I looked a couple months ago, how pretty I looked a couple days ago, how pretty I looked a couple weeks ago, how funny I was in this video. Why can't I think of something funny like that again? And it's like a constant like internal pressure that can be really, really difficult. It's like you versus you hard style. And it's kind of crazy. Not only that, but low-key, like, you do kind of compare yourself a little bit to other people. That's, like, a very normal human thing, but I think that comparing yourself to yourself is, like, more common. Yeah, but I'm going to a reptile expo this weekend, and I plan on getting a turtle. I do. I'm getting all the things for it. I love turtles. I like turtles. Do you remember that? That was a fucking banger. That was a banger. No one can convince me otherwise. Fuck. I used to watch Tosh Point oh when I was like 7. Maybe that's why I'm funny. He had a lot of fucked up shit, but I remember learning what kinks were during his videos because he had an episode about a guy who liked getting his head curb stomped, turned him on. And I was like, damn, I know what kinks are from a young age. He also had a human centipede episode where he was eating a man's butt. Fuck, there was a lot of really good episodes of that fucking show. I'm pretty sure he was extremely problematic, though. Like, extremely. I just can't remember because I was literally like 7. I mean, I think I'm also funny because I grew up watching Jerry Springer, Maury Povich, You name it. There's another guy who did it too. His was like a little bit more put together. He's like an ex-Marine and he's bald. I liked him a lot. But I liked the messy ones even more. That's like where that fucking iconic video being like of that little of that shorter girl. She's like very little. I think she's like 4 foot has to be. And the guy's like 6'5", and she's like, get on your knees. And he does. Queen, I love you. Queen, I love you. One of my videos went viral on Twitter. I was crying. I'll talk about that in a sec. And I made a video of me crying and said he shit on my strap. And then it got posted on Twitter. No one tagged me. Fuck you, bitches. And they were like, I hate a fake top. Okay. Okay, not too much on me. But yeah, I was crying the other day. Sometimes I have days where like I'm crying from my gut. Like I feel like there's multiple different types of crying. There's like a weeping, there's like a crying, and then there's like that gut wrenching, sorrowful sobbing that I get like once a month pretty often, actually, a bit more than that. Usually around my period, where I like suddenly every single wound that I have has been reopened, and it's suddenly very difficult for me. I have therapy tomorrow, don't worry. But I don't even know what I was crying about. I just get, sometimes I get very like, like a little baby. I feel like a very strong, blunt woman. I'm very confrontational, but I also feel like a sweet little lady, like a sweet little baby. Ideally, my partner in the future, whenever I get married, will be able to hold me like a baby and rock me and play with my hair and go shh, 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 and pat my butt. It's okay. It's okay, baby. I love you. And rock me. That's like ideal. I think that's like my top one requirement in a man. So perfect. Yes. Okay, so I do have Botox. Can you tell? I like can't, but my body is a wonderland. No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say my body digests Botox way faster than most people. It's genetic. My mom has the same thing. Same with my aunts, where Botox just fucking, oh my God, we devour it. Not only that, but I work out, which eats it even quicker. And also I'm a strawberry blonde, which is technically ginger. I've got that one gene. Me thinking. I've got that one gene where like things like anesthetics, is that even what it's called? Yeah, like anesthesia and stuff. They don't work as well on me, and I digest them really, really quickly. I remember I had to get a root canal when I was younger. I used to get a lot of cavities, and they kept giving me lidocaine, and I'd be like, I still feel this shit. I feel you drilling into the root of my tooth. By the way, actually still feel this fucking shit. By the way, I'm like screaming. I'm screaming. They're not giving me more. Yeah, I had fucked up teeth as a kid. I had braces for like 8 years. I had expanders and spacers and top four, then top row, then full. And I got them off when I was like fucking old as shit. I'm trying to think. Trying to do math. You know what else they started me out doing young? Adderall, Vyvanse. That was really early on. I remember I was annoying as fuck. So low-key, I don't blame them. Annoying as shit. But I remember being skinny as fuck as a kid, like skinny as hell, because I never ate my ham and cheese sandwich. Or my school lunch. And the PE teacher is named Miss Kennedy, which, by the way, Miss Kennedy had an 80s shack mullet. And I remember my first day of kindergarten. And I remember it because it was scarring. My first day of kindergarten, I said, yes, sir. And she went, it's yes, ma'am. I'm a woman. And then I felt my face turn hot, like hot boiling water, and I wanted to die. So that was a good memory. I went to Catholic school growing up, literally from pre-K to 8th grade. Hated it. Class of like 25 kids. And as you can imagine by the way you've perceived me now, I was insane. Always have been very insane. I was in the autism program. I do not have diagnosed autism. I have diagnosed ADHD, but I've heard that that's technically on the spectrum now. I don't know. I'm not here to speculate. And I remember being in the autism program, and when they wrote on my papers that recently I had to send in as an IEP, which if you don't know what that means, it's like extra time on your tests in college. I get it because of my learning disabilities, because I also have dyslexia. And I read over it, and it was like autism program. It was like, doesn't understand personal space, has large amounts of empathy for classmates, is very aggressive, has to be watched with scissors. Like, it was like going in detail. It was like, and she was like writing paragraphs. She was like, oh, she's very attentive with her fellow classmate, but she does not understand social cues. Perfect. Thank you. But I didn't really give a fuck about going to special ed during English class and math, because low key, my fine shit was also the same genre of ADHD / autism as me. So it would just be me and him. It would just be me and him in the special ed room. Posture check, and me and him in the special ed room like this. They're like, read bad. Dab. Like my dyslexia. Can you read it for me? And I loved it. I was like, this is just, sorry, I have to go to my special ed date with my fine shit. I gotta go. And I remember staying at after school and doing coloring books. And then my lovely after school teacher, he took care of everyone. His name was Mr. Batch. I love him with my entire being. He is the kindest, sweetest man ever. And he taught me that when you have something in your eye, you go in a circle towards your inner cornea so it works its way out. And I use that hack still to this day. I feel like life is just a bunch of accumulating a bunch of other people's advice into one and then using it in your own life. I've had a lot of my spiders molt now. It's very stressful. My tarantula is very tiny. She's actually like a sling. She's very little. She's probably between my 2 fingernails. She's very, very small. So the chances of them just like up and dying are so high. It's so stressful. Keeping spiders is actually extremely stressful. Like as like a pet, like you'd think it'd be easy because it's like, oh fuck it, a spider dies, but I love them, and I'm dead ass serious about my children. And low key, I'm terrified all the time. I'm like, do I feed them? Do I give them water? What do I do? I'm like still navigating everything. Jumping spiders are a lot easier because you can tell their hunger by the size of their ass, but tarantulas aren't significantly enough change in the butt. They you can't see that much of a change in a butt, so you really got to go off dome. You really got to be like, let me guess, let me remember. Every night I've been staying up way too late and then waking up way too early. And personally, me, if I don't get 9 hours of sleep, I suddenly turn into a cunt, B, very anxious, C, a bitch, D, evil, E, I'm like, I need to be psych warded. I have an opinion. I do. I have an opinion on being psych warded. I was personally Baker acted. Baker acted under false pretenses, so they actually let me out early. Yeah, which they don't do that, by the way. They don't do that. But it's because I literally was like, it's a whole story. My dad was so pissed off. It was like the cops, they knew my family from my brother going to rehab over and over and over and over and over and over again, getting called to our house all the time for disruptive arguments, throw down smackouts, like between so many different parties. And me being there in the middle of it, like trying to defend and like trying to, I was always involving myself, which was so stupid, but I wanted to protect my family and I wanted to settle everything. And I always thought I could be the one to like figure everything out. And I think that's why I'm so confrontational. Like I'd always be the one to like get between the cops and my brother and then try and settle disputes when my family was fighting. And they knew our family well. They knew our cars. We were very well known by the police department, and It's a whole long story. I'll explain later, another time. But it was under false pretenses. And they actually let me out because of it, because my dad was like, like, this isn't legal. Like, this isn't a legal hold. Love you, Dad. And yeah, and it was so underfunded. It was the worst one in the city that they put hairnets on my feet as grippy socks because they couldn't afford real ones. But and he watched soccer games while I slept in the middle, and someone like dropped their kid off at daycare. But I like have had multiple friends be like, I want to die. I'm gonna Baker Act myself. And after going through that experience myself and seeing how poor the conditions were, I didn't want to do that before I went in, but I did after. I was like, listen, like, what you need to do is like call an emergency psychiatrist. Of course, if you are going to cause immediate harm, absolutely Baker Act yourself. Absolutely. But if you can call an emergency psychiatrist, ask someone to watch you, get a doctor's help, try and find the best facility you can. Do not call the cops. Do not Baker Act yourself. They will take you to the worst facility possible. Like, find actual help. Because I was like, girl, it is scary in there. It is scary. It is so scary to be there, because it's not just you. It's also people with not just suicidal ideation, but also homicidal ideation. Not only that, but also, psychosis, schizophrenia, things like that. People who are unmedicated, people who are on a bender. You're exposed. It's not just you. You get what I'm saying. It's very scary. Of course, if you need immediate help, always, always, always immediately reach out. Call the hotline, the prevention hotline, and you can find that on Google. I think it's 988. And of course, if it's immediate, call 911. Don't be afraid. But do as many things as you can to help yourself before getting to that point. It's so hard to manage mental health, but I remember coming out and being so sad for everyone in there. But that's where you go when you need that kind of help. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe what I'm saying like isn't good. If you need help, like, don't be afraid of going there. You'll be okay. But like, only go if like you feel like you're gonna harm yourself or others, genuinely, and seek immediate help from. You have so many resources. Not to scare you away from mental health hospitals. They need to be funded more. They need to be funded more from the city, from taxes, but instead our taxes are going to killing people. So glad they're optimizing that. Oh, no free health care, okay? No, we're actually going to just kill some kids with it. I know. Perfect. Sounds great. Thank you. Okay, posture check. Genuinely, it's just hard to keep my back upright. I got these angry melons in the front. Guys, someone recently very famous followed me on TikTok and I didn't know. And someone commented on one of my videos and was like, "Hey, do you know this actor? They followed you." And I said, "Yes, that's my first cousin." I was just lying for fun. I was bored. I don't know. So I lied. I replied and said, "I'm lying for fun." I am. I'm lying for fun. The fuck are you gonna do about it? Like, I'm just trying to get some shits and giggles. Currently at 888,000 followers on TikTok. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I just started doing TikTok in April. So that's a big deal. That's kind of huge. Like, I committed to full time in April. I had 60,000 followers on April 6th. So I've gained 820,000 followers in 5 months, which honestly is like ungodly. But I just wanted to make a quicker YouTube video tonight so I could post it. You're going to see this on the 14th. But I love you guys and I hope you have a good fucking day. I'm sending you childlike whimsy and love and luck and magic, and you're going to have a beautiful day. And I free you from the shackles of evil. I love you.